say that together. Whistle. Whistle means to make a sound by blowing air with your mouth. Today, I want you to touch your nose every time you hear the word whistle in our story. This word is whirled. Let's say that together. Whirled. Whirled means to spin around really fast. Today, I want you to touch your nose every time you hear the word whirled. Whistle for Willie, written and illustrated by Ezra Jack Keats. Today I'll be asking you some questions. Make sure you're listening and following along and answering at home. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. Peter really wished he could what? Whistle. He saw a boy playing with his dog. Whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead, he began to turn himself around. Around and around he whirled, faster and faster. He whirled around and around. When he stopped, everything turned down and up. And up and down and around and around. Peter saw his dog, Willie, coming. Quick as a wink, he hid in an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled? Peter thought. Willie would stop and look all around to see who it was. Peter tried again to whistle, but still he couldn't. So Willie just walked on. Peter hid in a what? An empty carton. It's kind of like a box, right? Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way, he took some colored chalks out of his pocket and drew a long, long line. Peter drew a long what? Line. Right up to his door. He stood there and tried to whistle again. He blew till his cheeks were tired, but nothing happened. Peter tried to do what? Whistle. That's right. He went into his house and put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still, no whistle. Peter looked in the mirror and what did he do? He practiced whistling. Did he whistle? Not yet. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said,
"I've come home early today, dear. Is Peter here?"
His mother answered, "Why no, he's outside with Willie."
"Well, I'll go out and look for them," said Peter.
Peter's mother pretended that Peter was who? His dad, that's right. Don't you think she probably really knew? First, he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were together again. He came to the corner where the carton was, and who should he see but Willie? Peter saw who? Willie, his dog. Peter scrambled under the carton. He blew and blew and blew. Suddenly, out came a real whistle. Willie stopped and looked around to see who it was. Peter scrambled under what? Back underneath the carton, right? "It's me!" Peter shouted and stood up. Willie raced straight to him. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling. So did Willie. Peter ran home, and what did he do? He whistled so that his family could see him. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there, and he whistled all the way home. Peter's mother sent him where? She sent him to the store, that's right. Let's say this word together. Whistle. Whistle means to make a sound by blowing air with your mouth. On this page of our book, Peter runs home to show his family that he's learned to whistle. That means now he can make the noise when he blows air out of his mouth. Today, I want you to use the word whistle in a sentence of your own. Let's say this word together. Whirled. Whirled means to spin around really fast. On this page of our book, Peter gets tired of trying to whistle, and he decides to whirl around faster and faster. Today, I want you to use the word whirled in a sentence of your own.